Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Waiting for the Weekend, where we talk with representatives from Mahoning, Trumbull, and Columbiana County Visitor and Tourism Bureaus about all of the fun, exciting, great activities and events we have coming up. And here we are. We were just saying we're right up, coming up on Memorial Day weekend. So I know this school year has gone fast, but I can't believe it's almost the end of May. We're almost halfway through 2025.
Oh my gosh, don't say
Right?
that. That's crazy.
Like it just started and here we are. So, all right, well, let's talk about all of the fun things we have coming up. Sam, we can start with you in Trumbull County.
Sure. So now that I remember that it's Memorial Day weekend coming up, I just was telling them before we went live, I forgot until today. That's how crazy
it sneaks up on you.
But I have two festivals I want to talk about that happen every year on Memorial Day weekend, usually, I think always on Memorial Day weekend. And the first one, the big one for us, is our Big Birding Weekend. So this is at Mosquito Lake. This is the third annual. This is something I see happening every year for the foreseeable future. It's just such a great festival. If you don't know, birding is very big at Mosquito Lake. We have a migration path of a specific rare warbler called the prothonotary warbler that comes down from Maumee Bay and Lake area, which is the other big birding area in Ohio. And then they come down right over us the following week. So it's a perfect path for birders. So this Friday through Sunday is the third annual Big Birding Weekend. This is a free event. There are a few individual things within the event, like a boating excursion that you have to register for, but it's still free. They need a list of people. But 3 full days of hiking excursions and pontoon excursions and photography programs, live birding exhibits. This is for any level of birder too, or even just a hiker or someone who enjoys the outdoors. You do not have to be a pro to enjoy this. I know on Saturday there's going to be a bunch of booths set up at the Beach Pavilion and Marina area. Trumbull Tourism will be there. I'll be there all day taking pictures of people and hanging out. So it's a great event. We work really closely with Mosquito Lake and Jason Lee, the naturalist there, to make this happen. It's going to be awesome. So I really recommend anyone, if you have some time, come out, especially Saturday, but any of the 3 days is great.
Sounds fun.
Similarly, every weekend, the same as the birding weekend, we always have Mitch and Cindy's Bluegrass Festival or Music Festival. This is always at the Trumbull County Fairgrounds, same days, Friday through Sunday. Typically, they run from like 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. And this is all bluegrass, country, some rock. It's going to be great. It's ticketed at the door. Like I said, at the fairgrounds, some of the highlights this year, which they are labeling at the Bluegrass Festival this year. Sometimes they change it based on the lineup of the bands. But this year, some of the big bands are Lonesome River Band and the Clay Hess Band, as well as Larry Efaw and the Bluegrass Mountaineers. And there's a bunch of reunion bands coming up as well. But it's going to be a great performance. And we usually see a cool mixture of like the birding people from the one thing at the end of the day go over to the Bluegrass Festival at the fairgrounds, since it's all right there. And then one other thing I wanted to mention real quick, starting this Thursday, so a little early, but is the Wall That Heals is coming to Packard Park here in Warren. If you don't know, this is a traveling wall that represents the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in DC. It's a 3/4 scale replica of that memorial. And it will be here just for the next few days. And there'll be an opening ceremony tomorrow night at 6 p.m. to begin it. It's 24/7. There's lighting and stuff, so you can go at any point, even at night, and it's lit beautifully. And it's come to Warren before, so I do recommend getting a chance to see it now if you haven't before. It's a pretty remarkable memorial to have up in Packard Park.
That sounds amazing. Great weekend, and that sounds like an exhibit you don't want to miss. So
right.
Get out to Trumbull County. All right, Lisa, how about you down in Columbiana?
Hello, everyone. Well, this weekend in Columbiana County, it's all about families. So my first event is the East Palestine Street Fair, which starts today.
Oh, great.
The fair is going on starting today. So they'll have midway rides and games and food. Next, we have the Columbiana County Park District on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. in conjunction with the Ohio chapter of American Academy of Pediatrics and their Put a Lid on It campaign. is giving away free bicycle helmets to children up to 18 years of age. And we'll also have some goodie bags out there. So that will be at the Latonia Trailhead off of Washington Street, or at the Lisbon Trailhead down at the train station in Lisbon from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And that's completely free. So, and I will be at the Latonia Trailhead handing out helmets.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So, and then on the same day on Saturday, when you're done with all of those, you can go to the Columbiana Arts Theater for a family fun day with Magic Max. And that is, they're going to open the lobby at 6 p.m. and that's when the events start. And like, they're going to have a magician. They will have a balloon artist making balloons for the children. And then the stage show begins at 7 p.m. and it lasts an hour, so it ends at 8 p.m. So fun time for the kids.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, awesome.
And then I'd just like to say, and because we're talking about the end of the school year, Warm Hearts Studio in Columbiana is offering summer camp for kids. And they're going to do like 3 projects a day. So if you want to check that out, that is, you can go to their website and they have all the details there. But it says no 2 days are the same and your child is there quite a long time. And they even have you pack a lunch while they complete their projects for the day. So if you need a break from your children, do an art project.
Yeah, keep them off the screen. So since we've been doing this and I've been hearing you talk about Warm Heart Studio, I ended up doing a story with them. So that just went out last week. And I think I just posted their segment alone yesterday. But I went when they were doing homeschooling. There was a homeschool group there. Yeah, they powered through those projects. I think they did 3 that day, in just a few hours. So, and the kids were super engaged and, for summer camp, keep them off those screens and out of your hair, right? So, all right. Megan, what do you got going on?
Okay, lots happening in Mahoning County, of course. I feel like I said, we keep adding and adding and adding. So
Yeah.
We're going to start with a lot of events we have this weekend are on Sunday. So we'll start over at Penguin City Brewing. If you guys have seen, there's a new Lilo and Stitch movie coming out. I've seen advertisements for it everywhere, and I've seen Stitch, I think, at every store I've been to. So for the new movie at Penguin City, they are doing a Lilo and Stitch brunch. So that'll be from 12 to 1 on Sunday. They're going to do special blue waffles, fruit, customizable dishes with their brunch partner. Lots of tropical cocktails and mocktails. So it'll be a nice family-friendly event. And I always love mentioning them because they are pet-friendly, so you can always bring the pups too. And then we have on Sunday, the 25th as well. This is the Midwest Holiday Antique Show. This is a really popular one. It'll be held at the Canfield Fairgrounds, their event center out there, from 9 to 3. Admission is $10. So there's vintage antique sellers that are set up for Christmas, Easter, Halloween, and Thanksgiving. So you can get antiques and things set up for the whole year. I don't even want to think about Christmas, but I know a lot of antiquers are looking for the Christmas stuff. So it's a great show. There's a lot happening. And it's actually full of resellers. So they are totally sold out. So there will be a lot of vendors there. Then this is a little bit of a heads up. The event isn't until the 31st of May, but registration closes on the 25th. So it closes on Sunday. And this is for the Mahoning Valley Warrior. This is with the Autism Society of Mahoning Valley. And they are doing like I don't want to say like a warrior dash type of thing, but it kind of is. It's a run / warrior competition that they have going on. So this is a family event. It's for athletes. It's for everyone. So this will be held at the Canfield Fairgrounds. And they have a lot of different events that you can sign up for because I heard warrior and I'm like, ooh, I'm kind of scared of that. And so they have a 5K run walk. They have a kids fun run. Then they have the warrior competition that has all of the, bigger events, we'll say. Then there's even like a people-powered tractor pull. Oh my gosh, I would love to see this. So there's lots of events, so you can register for that. It's for a great cause. Like I said, it's the Autism Society of Mahoning Valley. So a great cause and a fun event. And then on actual Memorial Day, we have our Memorial Day events. This happens every year. Just like Sam was saying, you have your specific events every year for Memorial Day. So we have the 121st annual Memorial Day Parade and Ceremony. This takes place in Boardman. It's hosted by the Boardman Kiwanis Club. And there's a parade, there is a 1 mile run, and then there's a little bit of a ceremony that goes along with it. So there's a 1 mile run. So that's a fairly easy run. I've done it before. Always nice to do. It starts early. It's at 9 a.m. Then the parade follows at 10 a.m. And then at 11 a.m. they have their Memorial Day ceremony. So this all takes place in Boardman. They block off the street. So it starts at Boardman Center Intermediate School on Market Street and then goes to 224. So the race follows the same route as the parade does. So it's a really nice event and a great day for Memorial Day.
Awesome. All right. Lots of great stuff going on as always. And if you guys out there have any events coming up that you want us to know about, just let us know and we'll be happy to share those as well. All right, everyone have a great Memorial Day weekend and we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.